What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's everything you want.
And nothing you need.
Not a thing you need.
Did we get the title right this time?
We always get the title right.
I don't.
9 times out of 10, 60% of the time, we get it right.
Like Sex Panther.
Sure.
It works all the time, 60% of the time.
Of the time. That's right. Wow. Didn't know we got a new soundboard installed. That was fancy.
Panther.
It's like a radio show over here now.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, buddy.
Tonight, we're talking PlayStation.
Video games.
PlayStation video games. Because PlayStation just graced us with a 50-minute, what do you call it? State of play?
I think that's what they call it.
Is that what this one was too?
PlayStation is state of play. Xbox is fuck you.
Xbox.
Nintendo is the direct. PC is we don't have anything because we're PC.
They have PC Game Show at E3, which nobody pays attention to.
No, because they don't show anything of importance. They're like, here's a strategy game.
Yay.
Here's Total War. People like that.
Right? All right, so.
Also, later tonight, we are going to be talking about our feelings and depression. So please look forward to that.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
That's a Patreon episode.
Yes.
But you can go to patreon.com/VGX7 right now, and you can listen to that episode.
And give us money.
Yeah, anytime Thomas tries to do a Mr. Krabs impersonation, he just does Yoda. It's kind of weird.
Yoda, I be. Or crabs.
No, there was a distinct answer there, and it was not Krabs. Anyway, PlayStation 5 is finally starting to shape up, starting to look like a console worth owning. Speaking of Yoda, the very first thing they showed off
was Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic.
Look at you and your transition skills.
I know what I'm doing.
We didn't really get anything really besides a logo.
Yeah, we get a look at, it's like they start talking about like the most powerful Sith in the world, and it's like, yo, it's fucking Darth Revan. Let's go. Let's fucking go. And they show Darth Revan. I'm like, yo, it's fucking Darth Revan. Let's fucking go. And like Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Let's fucking go.
Remake. So, and did that have a year, 2022?
No.
2023.
I don't think it even had
It didn't have a year?
No.
Didn't have anything at all? Okay.
Kind of like Wolverine.
Yeah.
Which I think was the second thing they showed off. It was the second or third thing.
There's a couple things in between there, I think.
Well, it's the only other thing that mattered.
Well, yeah, but
it was Knights of the Old Republic.
Let me pull up the recap article here.
It was because it showed off Insomniac Games. It's like, yo, is this Spider-Man 2? Are they doing it right now? And it's like a ruined bar and everything. And it's like, wait, is this Spider-Man? I don't know. And then you see the guy at the table with the cowboy hat. I'm like, wait a minute, is that Wolverine? And then it gets to his hand. I'm like, bro, is that fucking Wolverine? And the claws come out, and it's just like Wolverine. I'm like, yo, it's fucking Wolverine. I guess we're not going to see Spider-Man 2 for a long time then. And then guess what? Later in that fucking show, we got a trailer to Spider-Man 2. Insomniac is the GOAT right now.
I'm trying to find like everything you missed from the PlayStation Direct, and I'm having trouble.
Those are the only things important. Star Wars, Wolverine, Spider-Man, God of War.
Yeah, but there were a few other things in there.
Like what? Oh, no. They showed off the Rainbow Six alien bullshit.
Forspoken.
Oh, yeah, that actually
Project
looked pretty
Eve.
Good. Project Eve looked pretty good.
That one game that they just said, what if we put Mario Odyssey and Breath of the Wild together?
Wait, what?
Yeah, there was a indie title.
Wait, was that like the Hawaiian game?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that looked cute.
She was like possessing things, and she had like a little paraglider. I was like, okay, so they just kind of
that looked cute.
Let me find PlayStation State of Play recap.
But before we get into all that shit, how was your week?
Stressful is how I'm gonna.
We went to Universal.
We did go to. Was that
was Monday.
Wow, what a week.
Yeah,
Jeez.
like literally right after we did our podcast, like we all
what a week.
Went our separate ways, went to bed, woke up early.
And Chick-fil-A decided they were going to
sleep in. We're going to open up late today.
We decided we were going to get up early, but someone else, Chick-fil-A, decided they were going to sleep in.
Yeah. So
So we had Voodoo Donuts, which was a delicious mistake.
And then we also then had an actual breakfast while you guys were riding the Harry Potter ride.
Forbidden Journey.
Yeah. We started off with Hagrid, and then Lisa got injured by Hagrid. Hagrid gave her the beatdown.
I am amazed that I cannot find an article that was like, here's everything from the event.
Because there really wasn't that much.
It was a 45-minute video
Yeah,
with
I know.
like 10 different trailers.
It was Knights of the Old Republic, Project Eve,
I just want to make sure I don't miss anything.
Wolverine, that indie game, Forspoken, Spider-Man 2, Bark, Bark, Bark. I heard barking outside.
It comes with dogs.
Yes, God of War, Ragnarok, which, I mean, I guess that was when the
so
title...
this was actually not a state of play. At least that's not what they're calling this one.
But I thought it was a state of play. What'd they call it?
The PlayStation Showcase.
Oh.
That was why I couldn't find anything, because this was not considered a quote-unquote state of play.
God damn it, fucking Sony changing their name.
Yeah,
now.
they just kind of threw
We're
whatever.
doing the state of play now. This is the showcase.
Anyway, Gran Turismo 7.
Oh, yeah, who
All
cares
right,
about
you
that?
had God of War Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection, coming to PS5 and PC.
Yeah, okay.
Chaya is the name of the... Or Chia. I
Yeah,
don't know.
so Chia.
Chia. That is the game that we were referencing, the indie title.
Yeah.
There was another trailer for the Deathloop story.
Which, I mean, we get it. Deathloop's coming. It's PlayStation exclusive. Big whoop-de-doo. Guess what? Xbox going to have all the other Bethesda games
Blood
exclusive.
Hunt comes to PS5 in 2021.
Oh, yeah, that's Vampire Masquerade game.
There was more story trailer for Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, no one cares.
Ghostwire Tokyo trailer.
That did look pretty cool.
Don't forget everyone's favorite, the most hyped, the most anticipated thing that everyone was excited for from this PlayStation 5 showcase. GTA 5 and GTA Online
Oh, yeah, GTA 5
are
coming next year.
to PlayStation 5.
Next year.
Everyone was real mad about that one.
Which you can already play GTA 5.
Because no one cares. No one cares anymore. at this
You can play it already on your PS5.
point. The Alan Wake remastered trailer.
Which that leaked ahead of time.
There was another trailer for the Rainbow Six Extraction, which we saw originally at E3.
Yeah,
there was a
no
follow-up
one
trailer
really
for
cares
that.
about that.
Forspoken, which
Yeah, that looked pretty cool.
it looks okay. There was nothing in there that I was like, I haven't already seen this in other games.
Well, here's the thing. It's made by the people that made Final Fantasy 15, so it can be really good. We know it's going to be very pretty because the engine that they use is a really good-looking engine. But gameplay-wise, like, we haven't seen, like, a HUD or anything, so it looks cool. But the game could also just literally be like Final Fantasy 15, where it's literally you hold down the button and that's it.
Yeah, because I
liked 15, but it's
15
got a
too.
lot of problems.
I like 15 as well. But I don't know. Just nothing about that trailer was like, oh, this is new.
Yeah.
Even like the ring concept, I'm just like, it's Marvel. Look, it's
Yeah.
Marvel.
I mean, I was expecting to see a Final Fantasy 16 trailer, but I guess
Too
maybe.
soon. It's too soon. Square Enix is infamous for announcing things way too early
No, but here's the thing.
before they're
like,
ready.
Yoshi P, who is the director for this one, and he's the producer for 14, he says they're almost, like, the game is almost done.
Yeah, and Shigeru Miyamoto said like 5 years ago that Pikmin 4 was almost done. So
Yeah, but I trust Yoshi P over Shigeru Miyamoto.
it's all marketing. It's all they want you to stay invested and keep an eye on it. But until I see the product,
like, all the acting is done. Like they said, like, all right, all the acting, that part's done. They're pretty much in, like, the cleanup phase, and they don't want to, like, he doesn't want to show off a trailer yet, not until it's, like, ready to go.
there was also more information on Tiny Tina's Wonderlands.
Yeah, okay, that looks pretty fun.
And then, of course, was Project Eve, which is not Bayonetta. Is pretty much how I see that game.
It like, I was getting some Parasite Eve vibes as well. I'm like, yo, it's Bayonetta with Parasite Eve. And it's like Project Eve. I'm like, oh, yeah.
So there's that, and then, of course, the Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah.
Which, oddly enough, I think you and I just talked about that game like a week ago, how I purchased all those games on Steam.
And you can't play them.
And I figured out I couldn't use a controller, at least originally when I purchased it. No idea if it's true now.
I'm pretty sure you can now.
But at the time, I was like, oh, I can't use a controller on these, and I just immediately refunded them. I was like, I don't care anymore.
No, I'm pretty sure you can.
So
now.
I still haven't played those games. So
they're good.
at this point, I'll just wait for the remake.
Yeah, unless they're gonna pull like a Final Fantasy VII remake.
I would hope not.
Spoilers: Final Fantasy VII Remake is not actually a remake of Final Fantasy VII. It is a sequel. For anyone that has not played it, it is a full-blown sequel. It is New Game Plus, but the only people that know they're in the New Game Plus are Sephiroth and Aerith.
Yeah.
Like, this is like the Sephiroth you encounter at the start of the game is Sephiroth from Advent Children. But also later in the game, you're also encountering Sephiroth, like the main. There's essentially two Sephiroths in that game.
Mm.
There's the normal, I wouldn't say normal timeline because I guess the normal timeline would be the original one from like the original game, but that's the one that shows up and the one at the final boss. But then there's the other one. Essentially, they're gonna be messing with fucking time a lot, which they kind of end up doing in the game.
Speaking of messing with time, I'm now on the post game of Dragon Quest XI.
Are you messing with time? Like I already saw I read up on like how the game ends, because I'm like
You talking about like post game or how it initially ends? You don't know.
I just assume that's just the ending. I see how it connects to other Dragon Quest games.
Well, there's that, but so initially what happens? The initial end of Act 2. Spoilers for Dragon Quest XI. You beat the bad guy.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, like the world is restored, peace reigns, everyone's happy. Unfortunately, it was a bit of a messy process getting to here. We lost some friends along the way. We lost some people. It just wasn't the smoothest process.
Right.
Let's go back and do it again.
Okay.
And by doing that, you inevitably cause a bigger bad guy to show up, and then it's
the
like
true bad guy.
Yeah, and then it's like, oh.
Well, let me ask you a question. From the ending that you got, did you get a certain title? Or I think that might be like the true ending.
That's got to be true ending.
Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about.
There's a title that you get that connects it to everything.
Oh, yeah, no, I haven't gotten that far.
Okay.
So,
because I read up on that, I'm like, that's pretty neat.
The stuff that connects to the previous games it's all new content from S. So the original Dragon Quest XI did not have any of that stuff, and it's all 2D. You have to play all that stuff in 2D.
Well, because originally I heard like how the game connects to the series, like original version. So there is an original connection.
Okay.
Because Dragon Quest does like to do that, where it's like, oh, this game's connected. Like the first 3 games,
it's all one big story.
Those are connected.
Yeah.
4, 5, and 6 are connected. I think 7's by itself, 8's by itself, 9's by itself, 10 is its own MMO.
I'm seeing a lot of rumors recently going around. Supposedly the Nintendo Switch is going to get a price cut soon.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Because the OLED model is on the horizon, so we'll have to keep an eye on that one.
I mean, I doubt it because it's Nintendo and they like money. But, I mean, occasionally their consoles do go down in price eventually.
I mean, the Switch came out in 2017 and we're almost to 2022.
And it's still $300.
Yeah, so...
That's why you get the Switch Lite.
Yeah. But if you're a weirdo like me and never take yours out of the dock, I don't want a Switch Lite.
You know what I expect might happen this Black Friday? If they do a price cut, it's Nintendo Switch
$250.
No, Nintendo Switch Lite, $169.99 for Black Friday.
And then regular Switch $250.
No,
no,
say
you
fuck
like
you. $299.98.
I always think it's hilarious when you look at GameStop Black Friday ads, because it's never, here's a massive sale of games that are usually $60. You can get these all for like $20, $30. It's just, here's this high demand game that hasn't been in stock for a while. It's going to be in stock at normal price.
Yeah.
But it's in stock. That's the sale. And I'm like, you guys suck. What are you doing?
Or like everyone, like when the Switch goes on Black Friday sale, it's literally like a penny less than normal because they can't they can't lower
$299.98.
Because that's just Nintendo being like, no.
And it works. That's the worst part is it works. It keeps the value of all their stuff up. It works. That's why they do that. Iwata explains that in his book, how he talks about how Nintendo first-party games never go on sale because by doing that, it holds the games to a certain value, and it works. Like, all first-party Nintendo games from any generation
Until they decide to put it in there like select.
are all full price games still or more even.
Yeah. And then they do become more because then they're like, no,
then they
we're
become
not
rare and
Yeah.
yeah. Unless you're Mario All-Stars, which was kind of weird. It was funny because Nintendo never really
They
said.
tried to pull a Disney.
But see, Nintendo never said, not only is this out only until March, and we're only making 1,000 copies. They were just like, we're only printing copies for so long. And the internet took that and ran with it to the point where they were like, we got to buy this now or else it's going to be gone forever. It was still a first-party Nintendo collection game where they printed millions of copies. They were just like, we're not going to print any more. You can still walk into any Walmart, Target, whatever, GameStop, and find 30 copies on the shelf because they printed.
But it's also, it's not on the digital store.
They did take it off the digital front, yes.
Yeah, and then they also had like the Mario 35, where it was like the Mario Battle Royale.
That was a temporary thing too that was shut down, yeah. What's interesting is usually, I mean, yeah, we're still in the pandemic world, but typically Nintendo used to have a direct in September.
Still might.
And they could. I mean, they tend to not. They tend to be like on Monday, be like, hey, we're having one on Wednesday. There's usually not a huge,
Because they still got to show off their last character for Smash.
Yeah, but who knows when that'll be.
I would assume if it's not like in a direct anytime soon, we're probably going to get it at the Game
All I
Awards.
know is because of the way hype works, no matter who it is, people are going to be mad. It doesn't matter who it is. You could put the number one most demand character in there. A ton of other people are still going to be mad. It doesn't matter who they pick at this point. People are going to be mad.
Unless it's Iwata himself.
No one would be mad at that. But, I mean, they've put him in technically as a me already, and I don't think they would. I don't think they would do
Then
that.
Sakurai himself.
That is something he would probably do. But yeah, it doesn't matter if it's.
I mean,
it doesn't matter if it's Rayman, if it's Isaac from Golden Sun, if it's Dante, if it's
gotta
Master
be
Chief,
Waluigi.
if it's Doom Guy, if it's Jonesy from Fortnite. It doesn't matter who they pick at this point. The L Block from Tetris. It doesn't matter who they pick because a bunch of people.
Saber from Fate.
A bunch of people are going to be upset. It doesn't matter who they pick, which sucks because, Nintendo fans are definitely one of those group of fans where I think they're near impossible to please. But at the same time, Nintendo. I recently watched a video, the What Happened series. Matt McMuscles, how you doing? Shout out. He talked about what happened. He talked about Star Fox Zero and how that game flopped horribly. And the control scheme for that game was very awkward and strange and heavily criticized. But even then, Nintendo was just like, no, it's new, it's innovative. You got to try it out. We really think you'll like it. And then, of course, nobody liked it. Nintendo is very much like, if we can't innovate, if we can't make something new, it's not worth doing. And I get why they say that, because everyone always goes, oh, we just want... All you gotta do is make this HD and we'll love it, we'll play it. Just give us a new F-Zero that's just HD and we'll love it. But I promise you, when that game comes out and it's just like the old ones, a bunch of people online are going to complain. They're going to be like, there's nothing new here. It's been 20 years. They couldn't come up with anything new. Mm-hmm. Like people are going to complain no matter what. And I feel like Nintendo fans especially are just, it doesn't matter what they do. If they do groundbreaking innovation, they're criticized. If they do the thing that everyone says they should do, they're going to be criticized. So
yeah,
gamers are not an easy crowd.
So do you want to take a guess as to who the most wanted character in America is for Smash? Like
most wanted character in the West.
Yeah. So guess the Western number one, and then guess Japan's number one.
It's probably going to be someone like. It's going to be a Western developed character. It's going to be like a Master Chief or a Doom Guy or a Jonesy.
You got to take one guess.
I'll say Master Chief.
Master Chief. Okay, that's your guess?
That's my guess.
All right, now for Japan.
Japan it's going to be... Japan, see, that's the thing. The Japan market's so different. It could be anything, and you'll be like, who is that? And then you look up the game they're from, and it's like, oh, this is like the third most popular game in Japan right now, and it never was released in the West. Gosh. I'm going to say Dante just because he comes from a Japanese developer, but I don't think it's Dante.
Okay. All right, so as Master Chief from your pick, you said Master Chief, right?
Yep.
He is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Number 8.
Wow.
For the West. Number 1 is Crash.
Okay.
And then you said Dante for Japan.
That makes sense. Crash makes sense.
He is number 2.
In Japan?
In Japan.
Yeah.
This is from 2020, so this is probably outdated.
Who's number 1 in Japan?
Based off, so Dante had 91 votes. Number 1 is Sora with 290 votes.
Yeah, I guess I forget about Sora. I forget about Kingdom Hearts.
And then you also got people saying, they want Goku and Smash.
I don't think Sora would be in. I think, well,
he's on Nintendo consoles. He's on the DS, the 3DS.
That is true.
Goku as well. He's on the Nintendo, the Super Nintendo.
Where were the rights drawn for Sora? How much is Disney owned and how much is Square Enix owned?
It's
mostly Square Enix, I think. Yeah.
I think for Sora, I think that's Square Enix.
But I feel like Disney probably has some. They've got some share on him or something.
I mean, you don't really
maybe.
see Sora stuff at Disney World, though.
That's true. At least here, I don't know about Disney Japan. I have no idea.
If you do, you probably will see like a Square Enix like sticker on him.
Yeah. Now I'm curious because I really don't know.
Because I mean, you can buy like Sora figures and whatnot from the Square Enix store. So.
Oh yeah, that's true. So yeah, maybe I could see Sora.
Like Gino, that's a Square Enix character.
But also at the same time, I don't. I'm gonna look up the sales numbers of Kingdom Hearts 3.
But also, Square Enix is quite stingy with their characters and IPs and whatnot.
I'm gonna look up Kingdom Hearts.
Like when they put Cloud in Smash, he only had 2 music songs. Music songs, that makes no sense. Music tracks.
He only had 2 music.
Yeah.
And
then Dragon Quest is just like, yo. Like they're weird with some of their IPs because Dragon Quest, that's our IP. But then when they had Hero, they're like, here's all this music.
I'm trying to see if I can find. All right, so here's a list of best-selling Square Enix games.
Dragon Quest, Final Fantasy.
So actually, it's backwards.
Final
Fantasy has 159. I have no idea. Let me see if I can find. This is the video game sales wiki.
Okay.
No idea.
Is this worldwide or just in Japan?
Well, I'm trying to find real quick when this was last updated.
Oh, true.
It's kids.
Always. If you buy a history book and it doesn't have sources, throw it in the trash. It's not a history book. It's fiction.
I don't see.
Wake up.
I don't see.
Take the red pill.
Any sort of dates or anything on here, so it's hard to tell.
Fun fact: the red pill is actually a metaphor for the red pill people had to take when they were transitioning. I think it was the lady chemical.
What are you talking about?
The Matrix.
Okay.
You know how the whole Matrix movie is just a metaphor for transgender.
Sure.
Okay.
Anyway, let's assume this is recent and accurate. I don't have dates to really verify this, but according to the Video Game Sales Wiki, top selling Square Enix games, number 1 is the Final Fantasy series at 159 million units.
Okay.
Number 2 is Dragon Quest at 82 million units.
I bet you that's mostly in Japan.
Not even close.
Because Final Fantasy is more popular worldwide and in the West, whereas Dragon Quest, you go to Japan, you just say Dragon Quest, half the people are going to go, yeah, buddy.
So number 3 is an interesting one because it's not Kingdom Hearts.
Okay, let me guess. Give me a hint, though.
I don't know how to hint you on this one without giving it away.
Okay. Is it a series or is it a single game?
It's a series.
It's a series.
Long-running series.
It's a long-running series by Square Enix. It's not Kingdom Hearts. Okay.
That's where you're getting tripped up, though. You're not going to get it.
I'm not going to get it?
You're not going to get it.
Is it like a board game series?
Nope.
Like the video game, board game? No?
Nope. And it's not an RPG.
And it's not an RPG. What the fuck does Square Enix do that's not RPGs? Well, they do quite a bit. Is it Chocobo Mystery Dungeon?
Nope.
It might be more like Final Fantasy because that's a
The
spin-off of
number
Final Fantasy.
3 top-selling franchise for Square Enix is not originally a Square Enix developed series, but it is now one that they own, which
Tomb
is
Raider?
Tomb Raider
Oh, right, yeah.
at 81
Eidos.
million. So Tomb Raider, which is technically a Square Enix
Yeah,
franchise,
I keep forgetting about they're also a giant publisher.
has sold way more than Kingdom Hearts.
Oh man.
If you look, which means Lara Croft could be a Smash character when you consider.
But Lara Croft's not on a Nintendo console. Cloud has been on a Nintendo console.
There hasn't been a single Tomb Raider game on any Nintendo platform ever.
Maybe the Wii or Wii U.
Maybe. I don't know. But so here's the gap. Excuse me. Tomb Raider, being the number 3 franchise, is at 81 million. That's just 1 million behind Dragon Quest.
Yeah.
Number 4.
I mean, titties sell, my dude.
Number 4 is Kingdom Hearts.
Okay, what's number 5?
But here's the interesting thing. Tomb Raider has sold 81 million at
We're
number
gonna
3.
drop to 60 million.
Kingdom Hearts franchise at number 4, 30 million.
Oh, that's an even bigger drop.
Not even close.
Oh boy.
So in the grand scheme of things, in the big picture, Kingdom Hearts, not up there. Not up there. Number 5,
Is it near?
Mana.
Oh yeah.
The Mana series.
What is it? I don't know. I'm not even gonna try to
Secret
pronounce.
of Mana. And
No, the Japanese title.
Oh, I don't know.
Something Senkai Densetsu.
Probably Densetsu. Yeah, Legend.
Senkai Densetsu.
Sekai Densetsu.
Something like. I just remember Densetsu.
I don't know what its Japanese name is. I'd have to look it up. Number 6, similar to Mana, Saga. The Saga series.
Saga's pretty
Saga
good.
Frontier. Number 7 is Hitman.
Yeah, the Eidos Montreal.
So at number 7, we're at Hitman. That's at 80 million units. And this is only the titles from Eidos and Square Enix.
Wait, but Kingdom Hearts you said only had 30 million.
That must be 8 million. Because if I look at the one surrounding it.
Oh, okay.
So Saga's 9.9. The next one below is 5.4. Hitman's in between it. It's got to be 8.0.
Oh, okay.
I think that's a typo.
Okay.
So if Hitman, okay. Number 8 is Chrono, the Chrono series.
There's only 2 games.
2 of them.
But there's
5
also
million.
like the Radical Dreamers, which was like an audio drama.
At number 9 is Drakengard / Nier
Okay.
at 5.3 million. Number 10 is Legacy of Kain.
Yeah, those are okay. Yeah, that's
And then
Eidos.
number 11, I have no idea
Is it Parasite Eve?
what this involves, where it lies, how they're counting it, but Space Invaders
Who the fuck? Wait.
at 2.5 million.
Space Invaders? Did Eidos make Space Invaders?
Maybe not originally. I'm assuming there was probably the most recent version of it. Let's see. If I look up Space Invaders, I mean, I get like the original.
Like, who the fuck, man? Atari.
There is a
Taito.
Taito.
Oh, okay, Taito. I think Square Enix owns Taito. Because Taito also made the Lufia games. However,
Taito Corporation.
because they like essentially died, but Lufia 2 remake on the DS was published by Square Enix. Also, that game was ass.
So Taito is owned by Square Enix.
Okay, so that's okay.
Man, you really forget how big some of these companies are until you dig into numbers like that.
Yeah.
It's easy to sit there and go, oh yeah, Square Enix, the JRPG guys. But when you look at everything they own and everything they've done, it's like, well, there's a lot more. Obviously, that is their by and far biggest seller is JRPGs. But
because I mean, they started off as 2 companies that make JRPGs.
yeah, SquareSoft and Enix.
That made the 2 biggest JRPGs. Enix had Dragon Quest, Square had Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy, yep.
You put the 2 together, Enix saved Square because Square fucked up and made the Final Fantasy movie. Hironobu Sakaguchi's like, I have an idea for a great movie. Do you? I have an idea for a movie.
Pumpkin spice latte.
And it just turned out to be just, I have an idea.
I have an idea. It'll be on Blu-ray in your local Walmart for $3.99 very shortly.
Yes.
Um,
And that almost made SquareSoft bankrupt.
Fun. I didn't mean for this to turn into the Square podcast, but It kind of did. So yeah, I think the biggest thing that everyone's looking forward to from the PlayStation event is probably going to be God of War Ragnarok.
And Knights of the Old Republic.
And Knights of the Old Republic.
And Wolverine. And Spider-Man 2 with Venom.
Right, yeah. There was a lot of good things, but I'm just saying top-wise, I think the most anticipated is probably going to be
You know what I'm glad about?
Hmm.
I can be Thor.
Thor's out there doing a lot of good for a lot of guys right now.
But here's the thing, like, when you're, like, a big heavy lifter, you're not going to look like Chris Hemsworth.
No, if you look at an actual, like, power lifter.
Like, you go look at the dude that played the Mountain in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
He's a big guy.
Yeah, but they're not walking around, like, with a super thin frame.
Yeah, no, they don't have, like, athletes built.
That's Hollywood fit. That's
Yeah.
Hollywood buff.
Yeah,
which
that's fake buff.
Which is not, yeah.
Because it involves drugs, most likely.
And I know that's just partially me wanting to go, look, there's hope for me. But, yeah, it's
in reality, you know, it's like, look, I can be Thor. It's like, no, Thor can, like, punch you. And
but you can be Thor.
You have a hole in the face.
But
or wherever he punches you.
You can't be Thor, but you can be Thor.
Yeah.
I saw Alana Pierce tweeted. She was like, you versus the guy she tells you not to worry about. And the you was MCU Thor. And the guy not to worry about was the God of War Thor. But I've seen
He gonna be strong.
I've seen a lot. It's the internet, again, going back to gamers are hard to please and gamers are impossible to please. I've seen people who are excited about the new Thor design. They're like, yes, I love it. It's accurate, more accurate compared to the MCU Thor that everyone knows. I'm here for it. And then I've seen people who are just like, why is Thor fat? And just dumb people complaining.
And here's the thing. Ubisoft already kind of did this with Thor. Like, you go play Valhalla and you look at Thor in there.
Mm-hmm.
He's not like this hot hunk. He's just a dude.
I have not seen him in that game.
Oh, yeah, no. There's a part where you basically take drugs. Spoilers for Valhalla. You take drugs and you become Odin.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're in Asgard chilling with all the other gods doing shit. And then there's Thor and there's Loki. And you think Loki's going to be like this like thin, trickster-looking dude. No, Loki just looks like a dude with a mustache.
Nice.
He's like, hey, what's up? I'm Loki. Yeah.
Interesting.
Let's go bowling sometime, cousin.
That is not what he sounds like.
Hey, cousin, let's go bowling. It's me, Loki. So I just started replaying Grand Theft Auto 4.
Yeah, how's that going?
That's fun.
Does it look any better?
A little bit, because the thing is, like, Grand Theft Auto 4, it was uncapped on the 360, but because it wasn't a powerful console to do the 60 FPS, you know, it'd be running like 30 or under, or if there's big explosions, it'll definitely drop.
Yeah.
But it had an uncapped FPS, so you're playing it on the Series S or the X, you're getting 60 FPS.
What game were we watching the other night, and the frame rate was just suffering? It was an older game. I don't remember what it was now. Because we kind of went down a rabbit hole with some older games, and I don't remember which one we saw specifically where the frame rate just... Was it Blue Dragon, or was it a different one?
No, I think it was Blue Dragon.
Blue Dragon.
Maybe. Yeah.
There were a couple old things we were watching.
Yeah, because I was showing you some Mistwalker games. Because I'm like, this is Hironobu Sakaguchi's studio after Final Fantasy. And look, this is Dragon Quest, but not Dragon Quest.
Hey, I'm putting a bounty out there for an old Lego racing game that was on their website, one of the old Flash games back in like the Junkbot and Backlot era. It was a 2D racing game where you like built a car and then all the racing was automatic. I don't remember the name of it.
I remember what you're talking about.
I can't find any pictures of it. I know it's out there somewhere. That's y'all's homework for this week, is to find that game.
You sure about that?
Yeah, why?
Well, I'm just going to type it into Google real quick. Old Lego Flash racing game.
Yeah, you're going to find one that it's a 3D racer. It doesn't help that there was a game called Lego Racers and Lego Racing. Like,
was it Lego Drome Racing? Did it look like that?
Holy crap. That was fast.
God damn, you suck with Google.
Did you type in Flash game?
Yeah, I put Flash.
Yeah, no, I typed in Flash, Lego Racer Flash game, and I was getting everything but that. I was getting like 3D racer games. I was getting
Lego Drone Racing Challenge.
Lego Drone Racing Challenge. I'm assuming.
Yeah, does that look familiar?
Yeah, it does look familiar. Yeah, that was it.
Yeah. All right, cool.
All right, mystery solved. Well, that was fast.
Yeah, right there.
I don't know about that, but
Okay.
I just remember seeing the racing.
But that part.
Yes.
Okay.
That was how it looked.
All right. Cool. Yeah. No. That.
Yeah, it was like based on the parts you picked, there was certain terrain that you'd have to go through, and based on the parts you picked, you either did well through it or not. And it was really fun. But I'll have to see if I can track it down.
So what were we talking about originally?
PlayStation,
PlayStation. Yes.
and their not state of their showcase now, as they
Yeah.
call it.
So I think the next, if there's not a Nintendo Direct anytime soon, I think the next big thing is the Game Awards.
Game Awards, yeah, because
The Jeff Keighley hour.
I
Power
do
Hour.
know Nintendo already confirmed their. Actually, I don't know if it already happened or when's Tokyo Game Show. Did we just miss that?
I thought that was like in August.
I was
or
gonna say I
something.
think that's August.
Yeah.
Tokyo Game Show.
Or was there just not one this year?
There was, but I know like Nintendo was not. Oh no, here it is. It's actually going to be September 30th.
Oh, sweet.
That's
We might
later.
get something.
Nintendo will not be at Tokyo Game Show, which isn't promising because they usually are.
Oh, hey, Square Enix announces their Tokyo Game Show 2021 online lineup schedule. We're going to see Forspoken, Guardians of the Galaxy, Final Fantasy VII, The First Soldier. So, Final Fantasy VII Fortnite.
Oh, is that the battle royale?
Yeah, Dragon Quest X. Dragon Quest X again.
Oh, that's.
Because they're also doing like the single player version.
I got
of Dragon
really
Quest X.
excited and I forgot it's Tokyo Game Show. That's Japan only.
Final Fantasy XIV, Project Triangle Strategy, the Saga Collection, Romancing Saga Re-Universe. I think that might be like a mobile game. No, but I know they're doing like a single player version of Dragon
I
Quest.
gotta blow
10.
my nose. Keep going.
So that might be like the version of 10 we might get, hopefully. Because, I've seen stuff for Dragon Quest 10 and it looks good. Because, it's an MMO that we never got to play it. Bro, that's gross. Fucking blowing your boogers all over the place, my dude. That's Rona. It's fucking Rona.
All right, I'm back.
Dude just fucking blew boogers all over the studio's
that was just the sound of me. Does anyone else grunt when they sit down like an old man?
No.
What's it like? Yes, I'm pretty sure you do.
Nah, I'm 30.
I'd like you to. So you're saying you don't?
Yeah.
You don't grunt when you.
Nah. Well, you want me to like?
Fam, you couldn't last a day at Universal. What are you on
here,
about?
I'm gonna get up right now. Ready?
Uh huh.
I'm up.
Okay.
I'm down.
Interesting.
Yeah. Look, I'm gonna get up again. I'm up.
I thought if you didn't grunt, it was illegal, dude. Like you have to grunt
I'm
when
down.
you sit. Like that's the law.
No. What law?
The law. It's just the law.
I am the law.
If you don't grunt when you sit, did you actually sit or did you just collapse?
I mean, isn't that really just sitting? Is just letting gravity put you down?
Yeah. Yeah. You want that on your tombstone?
Yes.
I want an inspirational black and white photo of you with that as your quote.
Me giving the dude
Isn't gravity just letting you put you down? Gravity was everyone's school partner on their group projects because it just kept letting you down.
I'm gonna have gravity take me down to the grave.
That's right.
I'm gonna let gravity take me down.
I want it to lower me down one last time.
What, Gravity? That's a My Chemical Romance song.
I was gonna say, like that's such a generic. That could be 10 different songs.
Gravity, oh gravity, it's cool to me.
You
I love gravity.
you just turned it into a Randy Newman song.
Kind of. Hang on. Do Randy Newman, I gotta make it a little deeper but nasally. Be like, gravity.
Yeah.
I love gravity.
That's Randy
It's
Newman.
nice and cool to me.
Do you know he doesn't sound like that at all when he talks?
He's like, hey, I'm Randy Newman.
He literally sounds completely normal when he talks, and then he sings like red-headed lady reaching for
Short
an apple.
people got no reason.
I don't understand it. When I saw an interview with him, I was like, what? I feel like I was lied to my whole life. I'm like, that's what he talks like? What a ripoff.
Here comes Fatty Doo-Doo.
Shout out to Mad TV.
What did Mad TV do?
They did a Randy Newman bit where it was like, what if Randy Newman wrote the music for Star Wars?
Star Wars. Oh, that was Mad TV?
Yeah, that was Mad TV.
Oh,
that was
I remember that.
That was Will Sasso doing Randy Newman. That's every time like there's new Star Wars news, I'll like share that video on social media.
Well, there's also the old SNL Bill Murray. Star Wars.
Yeah.
Nothing but Star Wars.
Back when it was a respected franchise.
What,
yeah.
Star Wars or Saturday Night Live?
Yes. Yes.
Saturday Night Live still has some good shit every now and again.
Yeah, but it's not worth sitting there for 2 hours to try to find it. It's much easier to just go on YouTube the next day and find the most popular clip.
That's what everybody does. But like sometimes they get great episodes.
Yeah, I think like 20, 30 years ago, you just had to sit there and watch the whole thing.
And it could be a dud.
For 2 minutes of laughter. But I mean, a lot of shows are like Family Guy's the exact same way. You got to sit through a 30-minute episode, and maybe there was a 10 seconds of good funny in there. Yeah. Did you see that we're at the end of an era?
How so?
September 15th, I think, or 18th, basically in the next week, Family Guy will no longer be on Adult Swim.
Oh, okay. Oh, have they gotten the new actor to play the black guy?
Cleveland? I don't know.
I remember they had the actor like leave.
I
because there was all that stuff going on.
forget that Family Guy still is happening.
Well, so is The Simpsons.
Yeah, but interestingly enough, I've always heard for the last however many years that like The Simpsons has consistently been going downhill.
But then I heard it's been getting better.
Yes, I've heard the past few seasons they're like on the up and up again, and so I need the problem for me trying to rewatch modern Simpsons is Marge's voice actress can't do the voice anymore.
How me?
Because her voice is so raspy. She's done that voice for so many years. She can't do it. It literally sounds like she has a cold all the time now because she can't do it. And it's like difficult to listen to it having watched the old ones. So that's why I can't
Probably wasn't expecting to be doing that voice.
Well, yeah, that's the thing.
So
I'm sure when they all signed this thing from Matt Groening, hey, you want to be on my cartoon? I'm
From
sure they
the
were
future.
thinking, yeah, this will be good for the next 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
And now 30 years later, they're like, oh, we're still going?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, we're getting rich.
Yeah, I mean, they got money, so.
Yeah. I mean, they got, who's the dude that plays Mo? I forget his Hank Azaria.
Hank Azaria. Yeah.
He's funny.
He's funny. He's very funny.
They're all funny.
They're all funny.
Yeah.
You have to be on The Simpsons.
Well, coming in, they also, I'm pretty sure most, if not all of them, started on the Tracy show.
Tracy Ullman show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that's where The Simpsons itself
Yeah,
started.
it was an animated short,
Yeah.
which looked nothing
Oh.
like what it looks. Even that to season 1 is a drastic difference. Because you could tell it was just very like crude, quick drawings that Matt Groening would draw up. It was like keyframes basically. It wasn't even like fully animated. I don't think.
Oh.
It's hard to look at now. If you try to go back and watch a Tracy Ullman clip of The Simpsons, or even season 1, like 1 or 2 of The Simpsons, even though the comedy's there, the writing's there, and it's really good, just from a animation perspective, it's hard to watch.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's
I bet.
so outdated.
I bet. So
Anything
Tokyo
else?
Game Show.
Tokyo
coming up at
Game
the end of the
Show.
year. I mean, not the end of the year, the month. I'm sorry.
End of the month, September 30th. Mark your calendars.
We might get some Persona stuff. Hopefully, you get to see those Persona remakes, if that's true.
No, man. Persona 5 kart racers.
Persona 1 and 2 and 3 remakes.
You heard it here
Persona
first.
4 Golden on Switch.
Persona 8.
Persona 5 Racers on Switch, but not Persona 5.
I'd play it.
And if you listen very carefully outside, we can hear the sound, the beautiful music that gets louder of cicadas.
Of Evangelion. It's the Evangelion soundtrack right behind us.
It's like every anime.
Yeah, I know. Evangelion, I think, was like one of the worst. Like they specifically did shots of just here's outside for 10 seconds, and then it's just cicadas screaming.
Hey, you want to remake one of the best scenes of Evangelion real quick?
I don't know what you're referring to.
The elevator scene.
Oh.
So we're just gonna sit here and be quiet for a minute.
All right, that was fun.
Has it been a minute?
I don't know.
Okay.
I think it has.
Okay, cool.
Do you think anyone's still listening?
I hope so.
Ah,
And
okay.
they're like, oh shit, it's the one scene from Evangelion.
Everyone just now was like adjusting their volume really loud, so now we're like blasting their eardrums out. They're like, "What happened? Where'd the audio go?" And they're like,
Yeah, they're like,
fast
"What the
forwarding and rewind. Like, wait a minute,
What the
what,
fuck?
what was that?
That's called art.
It's called art. Look it up, kid.
We are autists. Is it autist or artist?
And on that note, I want to thank y'all
Like
for.
Kojima, is he an artist or an autist?
I want to thank y'all for listening to everything you want, nothing you need on the VGX7 channel. Be sure to go check out the newest Ultimate Gaming episode, which went up, I think 2 weeks ago.
Something like that.
At this point, I don't remember. I'll make a new one someday, some year. I don't know.
Someday.
Somewhere.
Some year.
And be sure to subscribe on YouTube, www.vgx7.com. You can go to the channel, hit that subscribe button, leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcast, Stitcher, Spotify, whatever you like. It's all there.
All that good stuff, baby.
And with that, we'll see you guys next time.
All right. Can you take me higher
Kisses, hugs, and belly rubs.
to a place where blind men see?